But you, oh meager lead, which rather threatens than does promise aught, your paleness moves me more than eloquence.
Here choose I.
Joy be the consequence.
Oh, love be moderate. I like your ecstasy. I feel too much of blessing. Make it less for fear of sad.
What find I here?
Fair Portia's counterfeit.
What demigod has come so near creation? Move these eyes, or whether riding on the balls of mine seem they in motion. But her eyes, how could he see to do them? But look how far the substance of my praise does wrong this shadow in underpraising it. So far this shadow doth limp behind the substance.
Here's the scroll, the continent and summary of my fortune. You that choose not by the view, chance is fair and chooses true. Since this fortune falls on you, be content and seek no new. If you be well pleased with this, and hold your fortune for your bliss, turn you where your lady is, and claim her with a loving kiss. A gentle scroll. Fair lady, by your leave, I come by note to give. And to receive. Like one or two contending in a prize that thinks he has done well in people's eyes, hearing applause and universal shout, giddy in spirit, still gazing and in doubt as doubtful whether what I see be true, until confirmed, signed, ratified by you.
You see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand, such as I am. Though for myself alone, I would not be ambitious in my wish to wish myself much better. Yet for you, I would be trebled 20 times myself. 1,000 times more fair. 10,000 times more rich, that only to stand high in your account I might in virtues, beauties, livings, friends, exceed account. But the full sum of me is sum of something which determined grows. As an unlessoned girl, unschooled, unpracticed. Happy in this, she is not yet so old, but she may learn. Happier than this, she is not bred so dull, but she may learn. Happiest of all is that her gentle spirit commits itself to yours to be directed, as by her governor, her lord, her king. This house, these servants, and this same myself, are yours, my lords. I give them with this ring, which when you part from, lose, or give away, let it presage the ruin of your love. And give me vantage to exclaim on you.
You have bereft me of all words.
Only my blood speaks to you in my veins, and there is such confusion in my powers.
But when this ring parts from this finger,
then parts life from thence. Or then be bold to say, Bassanio's dead.
My Lord Bassanio, and my gentle lady, I wish you all the joy that you can wish. And when your honors mean to solemnize the bargain of your faith, I do beseech you, even at that time, I may be married too.
with all my heart. If you can get a wife.
Thank you, Lordship. You have got me one. My eyes, my lord, can look as swift as yours. You saw the mistress. I beheld the maid.
Is it true, Nerissa? Madam, it is. Oh.
And do you, Graziano, mean good faith?
Yes. Faith, my lord.
Our feast shall be much honored in your marriage.
What, and stake down?
No. We shall never win at that sport with stake down.
But who comes here?
There are some shrewd contents in yon same paper. To steal the colour from Bassanio's cheek. Some dear friend dead, else nothing in the world could turn the constitution of any constant man. What worse? And worse. With leave, Bassanio. I am half yourself. And I must freely have half of anything that this same letter brings you.
Sweet Portia, here are a few of the unpleasantest words that ever blotted paper. Gentle lady, when I did first impart my love to you, I freely told you all the wealth I had ran in my veins. I was a gentleman, and then I told you true, and yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing, you shall see how much I was a braggart. When I told you my state was nothing, I should then have told you I was worse than nothing. For indeed, I have engaged myself to a dear friend, engaged my dear friend to his mere enemy, to feed my means. Here is a letter, lady. The paper is the body of my friend, and every word in it a gaping wound issuing lifeblood.
But is it true, Celerio? What all his ventures failed, what not one hit? From Tripolis, from Mexico, from England.
Not one, my lord. Besides, it should appear that if he had the present money to discharge the Jew, he would not take it. He plies the Duke at morning and at night, and doth impeach the freedom of the state, if they deny him justice. 20 merchants, the Duke himself, and the magnificos of greatest port of all, persuaded with him, but none can drive him from the envious plea of forfeiture, of justice, and his bond.
When I was with him, I have heard him swear to Tubal and to Cush, his countrymen, that he would rather have Antonio's flesh than 20 times the value of the sum that he did owe him. And I know, my lord, if law, authority, and power deny not, it will go hard with poor Antonio. Is it your dear friend that is thus in trouble?
The dearest friend to me.
What sum was he to do?
For me, 3,000 ducats.
No more. Pay him 6,000 and deface the bond. Double 6,000 and then treble that. Before a friend of this description should lose a hair through Bassanio's fault. Let me hear the letter of your friend.
Sweet Bassanio, my ships have all miscarried. My creditors grow cruel. My estate is very low. My bond to the Jew is forfeit, and since in paying it, it is impossible that I should live. All debts are cleared between you and I. If I might but see you at my death, notwithstanding, use your pleasure. If love do not persuade you to come, let not my letter.
Dispatch all business and be gone. First, go with me to church and call me wife. Then, away to Venice to your friend. For never shall you lie by Portia's side with an unquiet soul. You shall have gold to pay the petty debt 20 times over. When it is paid, bring your true friend along. Meantime, myself and Marissa will live as maids and widows. Come away, for you shall hence on your wedding day.
Jailer, look to him. Tell me not of mercy. This is the fool lent out money gratis. Jailer, look to him.
Hear me yet, good Shylock.
I'll have my bond.
Speak not against my bond. I have sworn an oath that I will have my bond. You called me dog before you had a cause. But since I am a dog, beware my fangs. The Duke will grant me justice. I do wonder, you wicked jailers, you are so fond to come abroad with him at his request.
I pray you hear me speak.
I'll have my bond, I will not hear you speak. I'll have my bond, therefore speak no more. I'll not be made a soft and dull-eyed fool to shake the head, relent and sigh and yield to Christian intercessors. I'll have no speaking, follow not. I will have my bond.
It is the most impenetrable cur that ever kept with men.
Let him alone. I'll follow him no more with bootless prayers. He seeks my life. His reason well I know.
I'm sure the Duke will never grant this forfeiture to hold.
The Duke cannot deny the course of law. For the commodity that strangers have with us in Venice, if it be denied, will much impeach the justice of the state. Therefore go. Oh, these griefs and losses have so baited me that I shall hardly find a pound of flesh tomorrow for my bloody creditor.
Pray God Bassanio come to see me pay his debt. And I care not.
Madam, if you knew to whom you show this honor, how true a gentleman you send relief, how dear a lover of my lord your husband, I know you would be prouder of the work than customary kindness would allow you.
I never did repent for doing good, or shall not now. From companions that do converse and waste the time together, there needs must be a like proportion of lineaments, of manners, and of spirit. Which makes me think that this Antonio, being the bosom lover of my lord, must needs be like my lord. If it be so, how little is the cost I have bestowed in purchasing the semblance of my soul from out of this state of hellish cruelty. Oh, this comes too near the praising of myself, therefore no more of it. Here are other things. Lorenzo, I commit into your hands the husbandry and manage of my house until my lord's return. For my own part, I have towards heaven breathed a secret vow to live in prayer and contemplation, only intended by Nerissa here, until my husband and her lord's return.
Madam, with all my heart I shall obey you in all fair commands.
Fair thoughts and happy hours attend on you. Go. Speed to Padua. Render this into my cousin's hands, old Bellario. Go. Is it not so, cousin Bellario?
See, Jessica. Look how the floor of heaven is thick inlaid with patterns of bright gold. There's not the smallest orb that you behold, but in his motion, like an angel, sings. Such harmony is in immortal souls. How whilst this muddy vesture of decay doth grossly close it in, we cannot hear it.
I am never merry when I hear sweet music.
The reason is your spirits are attentive. The man that hath no music in himself, nor is not moved with concord of sweet sounds, is fit for treasons, stratagems, and spoils. The motions of his spirit are as dull as night, and his affections are as dark as Erebus. Let no such man be trusted. Hark the music.
We shall see our husbands before they think of us.
Shall they see us?
They shall, Nerissa, but in such a habit that they shall think we are accomplished with what we lack. I'll hold you any wager when we are both accoutred like young men. I'll prove the prettier fellow of the two.
Go one and call the Jew to the court. Make room. Let him stand before our face.
He's come, my lord.
Shylock, the world thinks, and I think so too, that you but leave this fashion of your malice to the last hour of the act. And then 'tis thought you'll show your mercy and remorse, more strange than is your strange apparent cruelty. What say you, Jew? We all expect a gentle answer.
I have informed your grace of what I purpose. And by our holy Sabbath have I sworn
to have the due and forfeit of my bond.
If you deny it, let the danger light upon your charter and your city's freedom. You'll ask me why I rather choose to have a weight of human flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. I'll not answer that, but say it is my humor. Is it answered? What if my house be troubled by a rat, and I am pleased to give 10,000 ducats to have it killed? What? Are you answered yet? Some men there are love not a gaping pig, some that are mad if they behold a cat, and others, when the bagpipe sings in the nose, cannot contain their urine. For affection, master of passion, sways it to the mood of what it likes or loathes. Now for your answer. As there is no firm reason to be rendered why he cannot abide a gaping pig, why he, a harmless, necessary cat, why he, a woolen bagpipe, but of force must yield to such inevitable shame as to offend himself, being offended, so can I give no reason, nor will I not, more than a lodged hate and a certain loathing I bear Antonio, that I follow thus this losing suit against him. Are you answered?
This is no answer, you unfeeling man, to excuse the current of your cruelty.
I am not bound to please you with my answers.
All men kill the things they do not love.
Hates any man the thing he would not kill.
Every offense is not a hate at first.
You would have a serpent sting you twice?
I pray you, think you question with the Jew. You may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the main flood low at its usual height. You may as well question with the wolf why he has made the ewe bleat for the lamb. You may as well do anything most hard as seek to soften that, than which what's harder is Jewish heart. Therefore, I do beseech you, make no more offers, use no further means, but with all just and plain conveniency, let me have judgment, and the Jew his will.
3,000 ducats! Here is 6.
If every ducat in 6,000 ducats were in 6 parts, and every part a ducat, I would not draw them. I would have my bond.
How shall you hope for mercy, giving none?
What judgment should I fear, doing no wrong? You have among you many a purchased slave, which, like your asses and your dogs and mules, you use in abject and in slavish parts because you bought them. Shall I say to you, let them be free? Marry them to your heirs. Why sweat they under burdens? Let their beds be made as soft as yours, their palates seasoned with your food. You will answer, the slaves are ours. So do I answer you. The pound of flesh that I demand of him is dearly bought. 'Tis mine. 'Tis mine! 'Tis mine. And I will have it. If you deny me, fie upon your law! There is no force in the decrees of Venice. I stand for judgment. Answer. Shall I have
Silence! 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 Upon my power, I may dismiss this court, unless Valerio, a learned doctor that I have sent for to determine this, come here today.
My lord. Here stays without a messenger with letters from the doctor, and you come from Padua.
Coming from Padua? From old Bellario?
From both, my lord. Bellario greets your grace.
Why do you whet your knife so earnestly?
To cut the forfeiture from that bankrupt there.
And no prayers, please!
No. None that you have wit enough to know.
Be you damned! An estimable dog! For your life, let justice be accused.
Till you can rail the seal from off my bond, you but offend your lungs to speak so. Prepare your wit, good youth, or it will fall to cureless ruin. I stand here for law. I stand for law!
This letter does commend a young and learned doctor to our court. Well, where is he?
He attendeth here hard by to know your answer, whether you'll admit him.
Go, give him courteous conduct to this place. Meantime, the court shall hear Bellario's letter. Your Grace shall understand that at the receipt of your letter, I am very sick. But in the instant your messenger came, there was with me a young doctor of Rome, whose name is Balthazar. He comes at my asking to take my place. I beseech you, let his lack of years be no impediment, for I never knew so young a body with so old a head. I leave him to your gracious acceptance. You heard, Bellario, what he writes? Oh, and here, I take it, is the doctor come. You are welcome. Take your place. Are you acquainted with the difference that holds this present question in the court?
I am informed thoroughly of the case. Which is the merchant here, and which the Jew?
Antonio and old Shylock, both stand forth.
Is your name Shylock?
Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow. Yet in such rule that the Venetian law cannot deny you as you do proceed. You stand within his power, do you not?
Aye, so he says.
Do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful.
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
Well, the quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives, and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mighty. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. But mercy is above this sceptred sway. It is enthroned in the heart of kings. It is an attribute to God himself. And earthly power doth then show like his gods when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, though justice be your plea, consider this, that in the course of justice none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy, and that same prayer doth teach us all to render the deeds of mercy. I've spoke thus much to mitigate the justice of your plea, which if you follow, the strict course of Venice must needs give sentence against the merchant there.
My deeds upon my head. I crave the law, the penalty and forfeit of my bond.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
Yes, here. I tendered it for him in court, yea, twice the sum. If that is not enough, I will be bound to pay it 10 times. Oh, on forfeit of my hands, my head, my heart. If this is not enough, it must appear that malice bears down on truth. I beseech you, rest once the law to your authority to do a great right, do a little wrong, and curb this cruel devil of his will.
It must not be. There is no power in Venice can alter a decree established.
to be recorded for precedent, and many an error of the same example will rush into the state. It cannot be.
Hey, Daniel, come to judgment. Oh, wise young judge, how I do honor you.
I pray you let me look upon the bond.
Most reverend doctor, here it is.
Shylock, there is twice the money offered you.
An oath! An oath. I have an oath in heaven. Shall I lay perjury upon my soul? No. Not for Venice.
Why, this bond is forfeit. And lawfully at this time the Jew may claim a pound of flesh, to be by him cut off nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful. Take twice your money. Bid me tear the bond.
When it is paid, according to the terms.
Most heartily, I do beseech the court to give the judgment.
Then thus it is. You must prepare your bosom for his knife.
O noble judge. Excellent young man.
For the intent and purpose of the law has full relation to the penalty, which here appeareth due upon the bond.
'Tis very true, a wise and upright judge. How much more elder are you than you look?
Therefore lay bare your bosom.
Aye, his breast. So says the bond, does it not, noble judge? Nearest the heart. Those are the very words.
It is so. Are there balances here to weigh the flesh?
I have them. Here.
Have by some surgeon, Shylock, on your charge, to stop his wounds, lest he should bleed to death.
Is it so nominated in the bond?
It is not so expressed. But what of that? 'Twere good you do so much for charity.
I cannot find it. 'Tis not in the bond.
You merchant, have you anything to say?
But little. I'm armed and well prepared. Give me your hand, Bassanio. Fare thee well. Grieve not that I'm fallen to this view. For herein doth fortune show herself more kind than is accustomed. Commend me to thy honorable wife. Tell her the process of Antonio's end. Say how I loved you. Speak me fair in death. And when the tale is told, bid her be judge whether Bassanio had not once a love. Repent but you that you shall lose your friend. And he repents not that he pays your debt. For if the Jew do cut but deep enough, I'll pay it instantly with all my heart.
Antonio, I am married to a wife which is as dear to me as life itself. But life itself, my wife, and all the world are not with me esteemed above your life. I would lose all back sacrifice them all here to this devil to deliver you.
I have a wife who I protest I love. I would she were in heaven, so she could entreat some power to change this cursed Jew.
I had a daughter! Would that any of the stock of Barabbas been her husband, rather than a Christian? With trifle time, I pray you, pursue sentence.
You may proceed.
A pound of that same merchant's flesh is yours. The court awards it, and the law does give it.
Most rightful judge.
And you must cut this flesh from off his breast. The court awards it, and the law allows it.
Most learned judge. A sentence. Come. Allah Sharita.
A little. There is something else. This bond does give you here no drop of blood. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. Take then your bond. Take then your pound of flesh. But in the cutting of it, if you do shed one drop of Christian blood, your lands and goods are by the laws of Venice confiscate. And to the state of Venice.
Oh, upright judge. Archjew. Learned judge.
Is that a law?
Yourself shall see the act. For as you urge on justice, be assured, you shall have justice more than you desire.
I take the offer, then. Pay the bond twice, and let the Christian go.
Here is the money.
Soft. The Jew shall have all justice, no haste. He shall have nothing but the penalty. Therefore, prepare you to cut off the flesh. Shed then no blood, nor cut you less nor more, but just a pound of flesh. If you take more or less than a just pound, be it but so much as makes it light or heavy in the substance or division of the 20th part of one poor scruple, nay, if the scale do turn but in the estimation of a hair, you die, and all your goods are confiscated.
A second, Daniel. Now, infidel, I have you on the hip.
Why just did you pause?
Shall I not have even my friends?
You shall have nothing but your forfeiture, to be so taken at your peril, Jew.
By the devil, give him good of it. I'll stay, no longer question.
Carry, Jew, the law has yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice. If it be proved against an alien, that by direct or indirect attempts he seek the life of any citizen, the party against which he does contrive shall seize one half of his goods. The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state. And the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Duke only, against all other voice.
In which predicament I say you stand?
Down, therefore, and beg mercy
Of the Duke?
Beg that you may have leave to hang yourself.
That you shall see the difference in our spirit. I pardon you your life before you ask it. For half your wealth, it is Antonio's. The other half shall come to the general state.
Nay, take my life and all. Pardon not that. You take my house when you take the prop that doth sustain my house. You take my life when you take the means whereby I live.
What mercy can you render him, Antonio?
Oh, to grant us nothing else for God's sake.
So please, my lord the Duke, and all the court, forego the fine of one half of his goods. I am content, so he will let me use the other half in trust. Relinquish it upon his death unto the gentleman that lately stole his daughter. One thing provided more, that for this favor he shall presently become a Christian.
He shall do this, or else I do recant the pardon I late pronounce it here.
Are you contented, Jew? What do you say?
Well,
Clerk, prepare a deed of gift.
I pray you, give me leave to go from hence. I am not well. I will send the deed after me. I will sign it.
Get you gone then, but do it. Court dismissed.
O swarthy gentlemen, I and my friend have by your wisdom been this day acquitted of most grievous penalties, in lieu whereof 3,000 ducats, due unto the Jew, we freely pay your courteous pains withal.
And stand indebted over and above in love and service to you evermore.
He is well paid that is well satisfied. And I, delivering you, am satisfied, and therein do account myself well paid. Fare you well.
Dear sir, of course, I must attempt you further. Take some remembrance of us, as a tribute, not as a fee. Grant me two things, I pray you. Not to deny me, and to pardon me.
You press me far, therefore I will yield. Give me your gloves. I'll wear them for your sake. And for your love, I'll take this ring from you. Do not draw back your hand. I'll take no more, and you in love shall not deny me this.
This ring, good sir, alas, it is a trifle. I would not shame myself to give you this.
I will have nothing else but only this.
There's more depends on this than on the value. The dearest ring in all of Venice will I give to you, and find it out by proclamation. Only for this I pray you. Pardon me.
Oh, I see, sir. You are liberal in offers. You taught me first to beg, and now methinks you teach me how a beggar should be answered.
This ring was given me by my wife. And when she put it on, she made me vow that I should neither sell nor give, nor lose it.
That excuse serves many men to save their gifts. And if your wife be not a mad woman, and know how well I have deserved this ring, she could not hold out enemy forever for giving it to me.
My Lord Bassanio, let him have the ring. Let not his deserving and my love as well be valued against your wife's commandment.
Inquire the Jew's house out. Give him this deed and let him sign it.
Ho! My Lord Bassanio, upon more advice, has sent you here this ring. He does entreat your company at dinner.
That cannot be. His ring, I do accept, most thankfully. I pray you tell him. Furthermore, I pray you show my youth to old Shylock's house.
That will I do.
I'll see if I can get my husband's ring, which I did make him swear to keep forever.
Dear ladies, welcome home.
We have been praying for our husband's welfare. Whose speed we hope the better for our words.
This night, methinks, is what the daylight say. Looks a little paler. 'Tis a day such as the day is when the sun is hid. Peace.
You're welcome home, my lord.
I thank you, madam. Give welcome to my friend. This is the man, this is Antonio, to whom I am so infinitely bound.
You should in all sense be much bound to him. For as I hear, he was much bound for you.
No more than I am well acquitted of.
Sir, you are welcome to our house. It must appear in other ways than words. So I cut short this breathing courtesy.
By yonder moon, I swear, you do me wrong. In faith, I gave it to the judge's clerk. Would he were gelded that had it for my part, since you do take it, love, so much at heart.
A quarrel already? What's the matter?
About a hoop of gold, a paltry ring that she did give me, whose motto was for all the world like cutler's poetry upon a knife. Love me and leave me not.
What talk you of the motto or the value? You swore to me when I did give it you that you would wear it till your hour of death, and that it should lie with you in your grave. Though not for me, yet for your vehement oaths, you should have been respective and have kept it. Gave it to judge's clerk!
I gave it to a youth! A kind of boy, a little scrubby boy, no higher than thyself, the judge's clerk.
You were to blame, I must be plain with you. To part so slightly with your wife's first gift. I gave my love a ring, and made him swear never to part with it. And here he stands. I dare be sworn for him, he would not lose it. Nor pluck it from his finger for all the wealth that the world masters.
Why, I were best to cut my left hand off and swear I lost the ring defending it.
My Lord Bassanio gave his ring away. And to the judge that begged it. And indeed deserved it too. And then the boy, his clerk, that took some pain in writing, he begged mine, and neither man nor master would take aught but the 2 rings.
If I could add a lie onto a fault, I would deny it, but you see, my finger has not the ring upon it. It is gone.
Even so void is your false heart of truth. By heaven, I will ne'er come into your bed until I see the ring, nor I in yours till I again see mine.
Sweet Portia, if you did know to whom I gave the ring, if you did know for whom I gave the ring, and would conceive for what I gave the ring, and how unwillingly I left the ring when naught would be accepted but the ring, you would have paid the strength of your displeasure.
If you had known the virtue of the ring, or half her worthiness, would it give the ring, or your own honor, to contain the ring, you would not then have parted with the ring. Nerissa teaches me what to believe. I'll die for it, but some woman has that ring.
No, by my honor, madam, by my soul, no woman had it, but a civil doctor, which did refuse 3,000 ducats of me and begged the ring, the which I did refuse him, and suffered him displeased to go away, even he that had held up the very life of my dear friend. What should I say, sweet lady? I was enforced to send it after him.
Let not that doctor come near my house, since he has got the jewel that I loved, and that which you did swear to keep for me. I will become as liberal as you. I'll not deny him anything I have. No, not since my body, nor my husband's bed. No, I shall, I'm sure of that.
Portia, forgive me this enforced wrong, and in the hearing of these many friends, I swear to thee, even by thine own fair eyes, I never more will break an oath with thee.
I once did lend my body for his wealth. I dare be bound again, my soul upon the forfeit, that your Lord will never more break faith advisedly.
Then you shall be his surety. Give him this, and bid him keep it better than the other.
And Lord Bassanio, swear to keep this ring.
By heaven, 'tis the same I gave the doctor.
I had it of him. Pardon me, Bassanio. For by this ring the doctor lay with me.
And pardon me, my gentle Graziano, for that same scrubbed boy, the doctor's clerk, in lieu of this, last night did lie with me.
Why? This is like the mending of the highways. In summer, when the ways are fair enough! What? Are we cuckolds? And we have deserved it?
Speak not so grossly. You are all amazed. Bassanio, here is a letter. It comes from Padua, from old Bellario. There you shall read that Portia was the doctor. Nerissa there, her clerk. Lorenzo here shall witness I set forth as soon as you, and only just now returned.
Were you the doctor? And I knew you not.
Were you the clerk? That is to make me cuckold.
I? But the clerk that never means to do it, unless he live to be a man.
Sweet doctor, you shall be my bedfellow when I am absent, and lie with my wife.
Come now, Lorenzo. My clerk has some good comforts too for you.
Aye, there do I give to you and Jessica from the rich Jew a special deed of gift after his death of all he dies possessed of.
Fair ladies, you drop manna in the way of starved people.
It is almost morning. And yet, I am sure you are not satisfied with these events at full. Let us go in. And I will answer all things faithfully.
Well, let it be so. First interrogatory that my Narissa shall be sworn on is whether till the next night she'd rather stay or go to bed now, being 2 hours today. Where the day come, I should wish it dark till I were couching the doctor's clerk. Well, while I live, I'll fear no other thing so sore as keeping safe Narissa's ring.
Choose their place of rest. And